If we miss this golden opportunity, we are bound to suffer in time to come. I have not come, of course, we love all of you. I like the fact that you're doing very well, all of you in America. But there is one more thing that you must do. You must come out to support what we are doing. We need guns and we need bullets. I know we love life so much. That's why we name the human being a mad. That's why we don't kill. To kill somebody is very difficult for us. So to ask a gathering of people who please that we need guns and bullets and weapons will be very, very difficult for you to digest. But without it, our side will overrun us. They have succeeded in planting a culture in Imo State. One big, massive problem we have. The same thing that happened to do in Akwa Ibom. If they succeed in triangulating, because in life everything is in triangle, if they get away, if they take Uyo, if they take Igbo, then we are finished as a people. Completely gone as a race. You will come back home, you don't know the way to your father's compound, because they are coming. Boko Haram is everywhere in Biafra land. They will overrun us in a matter of minutes. And the world will not talk about it, because mankind is afraid of Biafra. They believe that Biafra, after Biafra comes, the world will come to an end. Ask any wise man, they will tell you. They believe that Biafra is the last miracle. Once it comes, life will come to an end as we know it. They will know that they are wrong. We know that this very promise that was made to us a long time ago, only if we go back to the Most High, we will realize our potential must be seen in our lifetime. We have the potential in this room to do it, only if we can rise up to that very challenge. That is why the same way that Israel stood against every God is how Biafra is going to stand, not just as a pinnacle to the survivability of the people who are downtrodden, people who we have pressed down for very long, but as a willing testimony to the kindness and the goodness of the Most High Biafra. I thank you all very much for listening, and I do hope in time to come that you bring yourself to appreciate what Biafra is. Thank you very much.
Maybe I didn't understand. What exactly is the objective of your movement, number one? You made mention of the 22nd of this month.
Yes.
What will happen? I didn't get to hear exactly what it is to get many the 22nd of this month. And then the third one is that, did you make mention of you will need arms and stuff? I didn't get that. So I really need to understand these three things.
Okay.
Please, thank you.
Let me start on the last one, please. Following from what the person I've got asked. On Sunday, the 30th of August, our people came out to commission to evangelize, to preach to others about the need for us to get Biafra. And on the orders of Buhari, they were shot dead. And you will know that P2B in 2005, 2006 ordered the army to do something at the same place in London when members of the NASA were shot to pieces because they felt that you can kill them. Igbo people don't care, which is a matter of fact. We don't care about each other, that is the truth. We may gather once in a while to eat, to party, and to drink. But when our people die, nobody cares about them, nobody cares about them. Now, from that, we now know that the best way to defend yourself is to be armed. Because Boko Haram is everywhere, in the zoo police, in the zoo army, in the zoo navy. The zoo, by the way, is Nigeria. That's what we call it, is a zoo. A place full of wild animals. Only those who are not sensible will understand that there is no name like Nigeria before the white man came. I don't even want to call you nigger, then I'll call you nigger. Because when you say I'm a Nigerian, it means you're a nigger from a nigger area. That's what the meaning of it. Niger is English word for nigger. In Latin, it is nigger. In France, it is called Niger. It means the same thing. And I can't be a nigger. I come from Biafra, a place that's older than Britain. That's number one. So we need guns and we need bullets. And those of you in America will give it to us. Very, very important. And also, on the 22nd of this month, something will happen. It's called the blood moon. Most of you don't know that in 1967, before the war started, there was a blood moon as well. Are you aware of that? It comes once in a while. There was blood moon in 67. There will be blood moon this year, because after this year, we are going to be free no matter what happens. Because if we don't get Biafra, everybody will have to die. As simple as that. And we're not joking. I came from back home for this convention. I stay in Biafra land. I don't stay in London anymore. I stay in Biafra land. I don't want people to underestimate what we are fighting and the type of adversaries that we're facing. very, very critical. The Igbo Congress was set up to ensure that all these senseless extrajudicial killings of our people should stop. Is that not correct? Is that not correct? Is it continuing or not? They are still killing us. They are deporting us from Lagos, burning our shops all over the place. Our people being rendered useless and homeless. No appointment from Buhari. The oil and gas comes from our land.
But after a while, I sensed more or less, well, this is what you have to do. If you don't do it, then what comes after it? My question to you now is that, have you ever thought about the effects of what we're trying to incite? And number two, you know the society where we're in. Where do we go from there? I understand we have concern. Is it possible for the concern to be addressed objectively? We can always reach wherever we want to go.
I'm sorry, your name,
please.
Thank you very much. As long as you're a Biafran, you have my love and you have my respect. I will honor you anytime, any day. If you stand in front of me and say you're a Nigerian, you have something else coming. I will never respect you because it means you're not sensible. Simple as that. About the implications, we are dead already. They say he that is down this fear no fall. If you want to live in humiliation, fine for the person. As for me, death is better than living in humiliation.
Thank you.
My name is Chief Solicited. I'm the uncle for me. And then the uncle, or the one of our few men. As a matter of fact, I really thank you.
Are you going to listen to him?
I really thank you for showing up. Because, if not because we have a limited time, I have like bundles and bundles of questions to ask you. Then I'm going to ask you questions. Someone had just mentioned about people who die as a result of this cause. What kind of benefit? And you answered it. A lot of us are here and you wanted us to give you the support. And you mentioned guns, you mentioned arms and ammunition. And I also understand that if we make ourselves really open, let's assume we're in Nigeria, you understand the type of cause it is, and that is prison. One question is, if I go to Nigeria and I've already identified and made myself known, and everybody knows, I'm not denying the fact that I'm not a Biafra, and I get arrested to face treason, what are the modalities you put in place, at least, to save my life? What kind of security do you have on ground? Secondly, you talk about being recognized by 88 countries. And at the same time, you wanted us to support you with guns and arms and ammunition. I have seen a whole lot of wars, both in media and somewhere else. When people are fighting or when people are getting ready to fight, they have some international backings. What kind of international backing do you have? What kind of international backing do you have for you as a person at Biafra to achieve this goal? Or do we just have only the recognition without the backing? Thank you.
Thank you very much. On your very first question, what happens if you go home to agitate? What I can say to you is that you can never, ever be arrested. Never. Because what you're fighting for, what we are fighting for, is a universally recognized way of setting people free. I'm sure that some of you here are very conversant with the declarations on the rights of indigenous people. Is that correct? That allows us to go and fight for Biafra. That's exactly what we're doing, of which the zoo called Nigeria is a signatory to it via the AU. So that solves that problem. Secondly, in terms of the war supporting us, it doesn't matter if you give us the guns we need or not. We are going to fight anyway. Because Hausa won't let go. They need your oil, they need your gas. They are Alamaji. They don't do anything. They don't do anything in their lives. It's only to depend on oil and gas. So it is either you live as a slave or you fight to be free. The choice is yours. We've chosen to fight to be free than to live as slaves.
I would want to reiterate and say again that I don't know how to quantify the fact that I'm here today for this convention, and I've enjoyed interactive discussion of this talk until now. I'm telling you, I don't know, questions were asked, questions have been put in place. In fact, the last question was asked by my brother over there, and I saw majority of people saying, well, he cannot tell us how he's going to integrate 70 people if this is going to be in place. So I'm saying, I don't understand. You have given a mandate, you have given a date, and you say it's do or die. So I don't know.
You're not gonna die.
Because I know too that America would have not been like this today if Martin Luther did not stand his ground and go to war and fight for, peace. And that's why people like me is here today to enjoy. But I want to ask you all that, how can we, at this interim time, go into this, I don't know. It's like yes, it's like he's talking like I naga war. My heart is just like, so what is going on? Please. Yes.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is that we have to speak the truth. It may not sound very palatable, but as our brother, Dr. George Verisi, he spoke earlier about truthfulness and honesty.
Because let me again thank you for the effort you are making on behalf of all of us Igbos and
Thank you very much.
Biafrans. But I have a question to ask, because after a while, we're going to start thinking. I don't want Nnamdi Kanu to accept the fact that the change in name will make us different. Name was sick. As we stand here today, there are at least 7 states that are predominantly Igbos. And in the context of Nigeria, none of them have reported to us that they never received a federal allocation. And as I see, even you and I here, we have not agitated in the state we come from to make things better for our people. And we are going to the federal. Chief O'Neill, when he was Speaker of the House in the United States, said all politics are what? Local. You see, when we say Igbo states, Igbo people are doing extraordinarily well, and they will even do better if they stay on their own. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is about that if we separate, we become great. Let us use the latest country created by the United Nations called the South Sudan. At the inception of this very small country, which is very large, it was all about the excitement. But now people are what? The issue is not whether we answer Biafra or Nigeria. The issue is what are we doing for ourselves and them. And I know you said you lived back home and you came here. And I don't know what passport you traveled with. Because I know on the international level, unless the rule have changed, there is no country known in the United Nations as one, Biafra. You must have come here through a recognized nation passport, or you may have smuggled in. So my brother, my question to you is, before we start talking about what the Hausas are doing to us, have we talked about what we're doing to clean our house? Thank you very much.